All right, we're going to drop some advanced stuff today. This is called the 2 off, 2 on, 2 over clear. 2 off, 2 on, 2 over clear. This might be my favorite thing. There's so many complexities to this. We're going to start all the way down on the opposite end of the field where we're always going to have an attackman at the far pipe, backside pipe. We don't know where the ball's at, so he's going to be right in the center. Right, backside could be there, it could be here. Wherever the ball travels, he'll travel. I'm going to make a small scale restraining box just to use space on the board. We're going to give ourselves a midfield line. There we go, there we go. And then we're going to have, I'm just, for the purposes of drawing a clear, we're going to give ourselves a big defensive restraining box. All right, so I have a lot of whiteboard space to use. All right, so we're going to have, let's say we're playing some defense here. I'm going to have a couple of attackmen right there. We're going to have 7, right? Defense, 7 strong. I got a goalie. I got D-pole. I got D-pole. I got D-pole. We're going to have an LSM. Let's say we got an LSM. That leaves us with midi and a midi. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Right? We're going to play great defense. We're going to get the ball back. Let's just pretend it's a shot, on a shot. A loose ball down in a corner. I want to be able to run the 2 off, 2 on, 2 over clear. All right, this is the most beautiful thing ever. If you've watched us play at the high school level in the past, we have this tendency, we'll break out. Sometimes we break out well, sometimes we don't. We never break out as well as I would like for us to. All right, but sometimes we break out and we get these guys and they just keep on going. And then my goalie's trying to throw some bomb all the way down here. Instead of us really running a great clear, we're chancing getting the ball to our offensive unit on these risky passes. Now, this is going to be really complex, but it's also really simple in its complexity, and it's really, really nasty if we can do it. It's really nice. Everything we do on a clear is predicated on space, right? Like offense. You can think of this as like the defense this is their chance to play offense. So space is their friend, right? I need 2 guys instantly. Goalie gets the ball, save. Hey, break. We got to run a clear, right? We're going to go play some offense. I need 2 guys flat and wide. If I got a sideline here and I got a sideline here, we're going to have a substitution box here. Everybody's going to be aware of the game going on our bench, right? We're going to be aware of stuff. So our goalie's going to make a save. I'm going to have 2 midfielders ready to step in the box and play some lacrosse. But the first thing we have to do on every single clear is get flat and wide. Flat and wide. Flat means on the same plane with the goalie. I can't have a long pole 20 yards upfield, right? Because that's not flat, okay? If he stops here, he's not wide. I need him flat and wide, and that means get your butt to the restraining line. I want 2 feet on the restraining line. If you make it to the restraining line and haven't got the ball, I'll let you stop. Great. You made it to the restraining line. We are flat and wide, right? Goalie's got the ball, flat and wide. We're creating space. The next thing I need to see is my 2 short sticks going to the top of the box, right? Up and out, we call that. So I've got flat and wide. I've got up and out. This is very important. Now, here's what tends to happen. These guys go up and out, and then they stop. They don't move. So if they don't get the ball, then they stand there with their stick in the sky saying, I'm open, I'm open. And guess what? They're not open. So the goalie doesn't throw them the ball, and now we're all stuck. What they need to do is keep working in this area, right? Just below the box, not quite to midfield. They need to zigzag back and forth. Everything they can do to get open, but I want them to occupy that space and potentially get a pass, just as these long poles are occupying these spaces to potentially get a pass. You can see what we've created is a lot of space right in the middle. And the one thing we never do when we clear the ball is go back to the middle. We go to a sideline and upfield. To a sideline and upfield. The next aspect of this is awesome. As soon as he can get off the field, my LSM is going to the box. And he's not just sprinting to the box aimlessly, without a clue, right? He's going to be aware that on his way to the box, he might get a pass from the goalie. But if he doesn't, he's going to know he's got a teammate ready to step on the field. So that if he steps off the field, this guy can step on the field. So that's what our LSM is going to do. When he hears break, he's out of here, right? He's out of there. That leaves us with one guy. And what I want is for this third defenseman who recognizes he's not going to be one of the flat and wide guys to go right to the top of the box and hover. Okay, so we've still got the middle empty, and I want him to go right to the top and hover, because if he gets a pass, if it's outside the restraining box, I'll almost take it. He might be wide open. But if he's not, he's going to the box also, right? It's just a up and to the box, because what he's going to do is take attention with him, or he's going to be wide open here, and I'll take that. But if he's not wide open, he's off the field. So now I've got how many off? 1, 2. How many on? 1, 2. Now, here's the beauty of this. Once one steps on, he's going to be yelling off. He's going to say, hey, on. And this guy's going to say, hey, I'm over. And he's going to go straight to where that third long pole vacated. So now instead of my goalie trying to heave-ho it all the way to here, or heave-ho it all the way to here, he's going to be throwing at a guy that's coming right into his sight line, right? And we just drew attention and left attention. So now this spot should be wide open. And if it's not, these guys are still working. Their attack defensive players, riders, are going to start sinking in, creeping in, and one of these guys is going to be open. But the beauty of this is that if we don't get a pass to this guy so he can turn and burn, or catch, turn, and hit this guy who's burning, is right behind him is going to be the second on. So 1 on, 1 over, 2 on, 2 over. Now, as everything funnels this way, this guy's just going to come right behind, and we're doing the same thing. So he can catch a pass. Guess where this guy's at? Still on the far side pipe. So he can always get 2X if needed, right? Or present some sort of outlet. All right, I always have my flat and wide. And if worst comes to worst, all of this in the middle is clear. Goalie can force aside and walk this way with a long pole, or force this side and walk this way with a long pole, so that if a rider jumps him, he can just dump it off. Or, absolute last possibility, you're going to say, oh, he can just run up the middle. No, he can dump the ball. Anybody can always dump the ball to those areas. And now I've got 2 guys chasing and a third guy. And now we're going to go play ground ball fight here, all the way away from our goal, as opposed to turning the ball over, putting it on the ground, making a bad pass, and dropping it here so that the other team can just go right back to our goal and put it in the net. So once more, 2 off, 2 on, 2 over, clear. I want us to run this. Is it easy? No. Will it result in us getting a bunch of goals? Yes. Does all that drawing make any sense? No. Again, flat and wide. Up and out. LSM, off, 1. Third long pole, hover, recognize, get off. I'm not getting a pass. All right, now I'm off. 1 on, 1 over. 2 on, 2 over. These guys are options. Those guys are options. We get the ball 2 through X by any means necessary, and then we go play offense. 2 off, 2 on, 2 over, clear. Love it.